5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Episode 21. I'm just here to be dad. The show about everything or nothing at all. Sometimes the day gets away from me. Sometimes the week does too. We've all been there. Head down in work for a client, head down in yard work or a project around the house, locked in, so focused that you don't even eat, only to look up and realize you haven't seen your family all day. You missed that moment in the middle, that necessary break, that pivotal time you were supposed to spend with your daughter, your son, or your wife. Everybody doesn't get to control their time, but we all get moments in the middle. When I worked in railroad in my 20s, my middle would be anywhere from a 10-minute break between routes as my wife pulls up with my son for a quick parking lot playtime. As soon as I see my son, I hold him up in the air, then throw him into the air a few times as he screams with joy. My little toddler at the time. He would then ride with his mom for 1 or 2 stops, sitting right behind Dad as he operated a giant piece of metal speeding down the railroad track. The middle was simple, yet the middle was such a blessing. I wouldn't change it for the world. I can't help but also remember around the same time, my son was fascinated with this giant red ball. Oftentimes after work, as soon as I got home, we would walk to the park and I would throw this giant red ball into the air over and over again. He was fixated with seeing it fly through the air, pause a bit, then come right back down as gravity brought it speeding towards the grass. To which simultaneously, I would scream, boom! Trying to time it just right every time. It was like that of fireworks to him. Now later in life, he became afraid of red balls and red balloons because Dad thought it was a good idea for him to watch the movie It. But that's a story for another time. But those times after work, those moments in the middle of it all, they meant everything. I can't help but reflect on even more moments like when my daughter was born and as she got older, I would spend my moments in the middle with her in the backpack and my son walking beside me as we go hiking at least once or twice a week, visiting creeks, climbing trails, from the park to the store, daughter in the backpack, my son holding my hand or me holding him in my arms, making it work when his little legs got tired. Every moment in the middle, I didn't have the privilege of a lot of quantity time. But the quality of my time was a blessing and a stitched memory that will never be removed, both for me and my kids. It was a bit of a blessing when I think about it to have to work such long hours, sometimes 2 jobs, early mornings, late nights, and have to make the weekend whatever days off I had, making the holidays our own, as I often got the holiday shift for work. Whatever day I was off around the scheduled date that was supposed to be a holiday, we would make that our holiday. That was our middle. That was our life at the time. We did not control our time. We had to work. We had to hustle. My wife and I had to figure it out. Yet we valued the time we had and we made it far more greater than any memory or assumption of what that time would have been if our life was different. We created the moments in the middle. In the middle of the chaos, we created the bliss. I remember my wife would go on break from her job at the time, and if I happened to be working that specific shift for that specific time on her break, my train would pass exactly at the time she would be on break pumping milk for the little ones. She would park so that she could see me operating in front of the train and wave to me while she's pumping, and I would wave back to her with a big ass smile on my face. That was the highlight of my day. That was my middle. Every day I had an opportunity to do that. It brought joy to my day. It brought happiness to my heart, and it made the work shift a lot easier. That moment held me from the middle all the way to the end. That moment in the middle, a simple wave from my wife as she pumped milk for my children. The moment in the middle, the moments we can never ever neglect. The moments we must hold on to. It is those moments that our children will remember. It is those moments that our wife will remember. These moments you can't capture on a cell phone. You can't quite contextualize in a social media post. These moments are so sacred, they write themselves over and over again, never allowing you to forget the moment in the middle. As we embark on the middle of the week, however your week may be going, or however your schedule may be, may you fight, may you make sure that you, Dad, always are right in that moment, right in the middle, making time the most blissful time to ever be remembered by your children, by your significant other. Life is so much more full when the moments in the middle are taken care of. The moment in the middle is far greater than the highlight reel. It's not the beginning, it's not the ending that earns its special place in time. The middle is the moment, the minute, the minor portion of your time that you can't find, because it finds you. It can be as simple as a commute, the grocery store, the park, the walk, the talk with your daughter, with your son, the dinner for two. The middle brings bliss to the storms and chaos that seem endless at times. Yet like that of the eye of a hurricane, you know there's a peaceful like silence there in the middle. Beautiful bliss wrapped in chaos. A reminder that even surrounded by the winds of life, there is stillness to be found. The middle. A car ride where a silly joke becomes a memory. A lunch with my youngest at In-N-Out where we turn a receipt into math practice, where the fries taste like laughter, and the moment feels like a movie. It's easy to fall into the trap of the mind where it tells you to worry, to rehearse old fears, to live inside the shadows of what's already past. But the middle makes the important memories last. And that which is meant to pass. The middle invites me back. It invites me back to here, to now, the gift that is the present. Everyone is in a hurry to the finish line. We think life is waiting at the finish line, the victory in the end. If I can just get through to the end. Yet life is here. Life is in the middle, in the gift wrapped in storm clouds, in the grace that shines beautiful and bright when we pause long enough, just long enough to see it. So today, Dad, yeah, you, Dad, breathe. Look around, pause for a moment, because the middle isn't just where you quickly pass through. No, not today. This is where the story is written, where the narrative of love takes root. It's where Dad becomes a forged memory forever stitched in time, the middle. The moment we can't afford to miss. I urge you, Dad, to find your middle. You got this, Dad. Have a great Wednesday. Thanks again for tuning in too. I'm just here to be Dad. The show about everything or nothing at all. I'm your host, Anthony Yan. Far from an expert, but just a dad talking to dads and aspiring dads alike. My story, your story, that dad's story. Over a mic. I'm just here to be. I'm just here to be. I'm just here to be. Hey yo, it's hard to maintain, but I'm just here to be. Hey yo, it's hard to maintain, but I'm just here to be. I'm just here to be, Dad.